Okay, sorry, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that was your alarm.
Okay, I figured.
Clearing time. So,
Nice.
how's it going out there? You're in Texas?
Yeah, I'm in Texas. How about you?
I'm in Alaska.
Oh, that's so cool. It's going good here. I think it's like 80 degrees is the high today, maybe. Yeah.
Is that is that comfortable for you, or
Yeah, that's not
is that
bad.
okay?
Usually like 75 is nicer. That's like good weather.
That's the good comfy weather.
Yeah. So it's pretty good. It's a good day outside. It's nice. What's it like
Yeah.
over there for you? It's got to be super cold, I assume.
Like 30. Hold on, I'll show you.
Let's see.
Oh, can't see anything. Of course,
Mhm.
there's a glare. Okay, it's overcast, wet, and I think it's like 39 degrees.
Oh my gosh, that's
But
cold.
that's okay. So, like, we live where I live in the region. I live in the southeast region,
Hmm.
and it's part of a big rainforest.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's like when, right, and so like
Mhm.
not so much now because global warming, and all, but
Yeah.
like we don't get snow as much. It's always just raining or overcast.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but it warms up. So like for you it'd be freezing, 39 degrees. Oh, but for us,
Yeah.
if you live here a while, that's like, oh, it's warmed up because last week it was like 8 or.
Mhm.
So this is how it goes
Yeah.
living here.
Yeah. For us, it's like, yeah, when that's 39, that's freezing. Everyone's wearing their thickest coats. We're barely surviving. I think
Right.
it was like last week we had that freeze warning because we got below freezing and everyone was
Yeah.
just terrified because 2 years ago we had that giant freeze and like my house we
Right.
lost power for like 5 days. So I was like, I understood why people were freaking out. It was
Sure.
we're just not designed for the cold down here. I mean, we're literally next to the ocean. We're by the beach, so
You're in
no,
Galveston
I'm
or
in Corpus Christi.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that where NASA's located or
No,
no?
I think they're in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Houston, we have a yeah.
Yeah.
Houston, we have a liftoff.
Yeah.
Right. Well, cool. Corynne, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
This is a pretty laid back show.
Okay.
We just talk. We just hanging out. Like I said, it's all about you,
Oh, nice.
how you got started,
Okay. Well, how'd you
what
hear
you're
about
doing.
me? I guess is my first question. Sure.
So I know everybody asks this.
Yeah.
So on Facebook, there's like a thing, algorithm.
Hmm.
And so I think somewhere in your profile says comedy.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it's like a lot of Texans. I don't know. It's been like this since I started doing this. But
Oh, wow.
uh, yeah, like Texas comedians or people in the film industry or whatever. And your profile came up, and
Hmm.
I was like, and I was like, let's see what's up.
Oh, okay. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
just random. I just I like talking to people, and which drives my wife nuts when we go on vacation. She's like,
You talk to a lot of
but
strangers?
yeah, I'm bad. I'm that old guy
Yeah.
that, hey, how you doing? Oh my gosh, we're from a small town, and I'm gonna say hi to everybody, and da da
Yeah.
da da da, and then I tell you everything, and I'm a grandfather, so I'm like, oh yeah, I have
Oh,
grandkids, and
nice.
yeah.
I do that a lot too.
So
My mom gets mad because me and my dad are like that. We'll talk to strangers and she'll be like, "Oh my god, who are you talking to now?" I'm like, "I don't know this person. They're nice."
right,
Yeah.
I don't get. I usually have nice conversations with people. It's
Yeah.
usually pretty pleasant and all that. But my wife's like, I just like we were in Seattle one year, and I was wearing shorts because it's summer, and I
Hmm.
had Spock, Star
Yeah.
Trek socks on. It had like these big fake ears and all that, and
Oh,
they
nice.
were face Spock. And so like all these like teenagers
Hmm.
come up. Oh, you like Star Trek? I'm like, oh yeah, like we love your socks, and we start nerding out. And my wife's like, seriously, I'm not going to stand here for like a half hour to talk about your damn socks. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, all right, guys, take care. And so anyway,
That's pretty funny. Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
what's up? How'd you get started, and tell me everything
Okay.
that you are willing to divulge.
Let's see. Well, my stage name is Corynne the artist, and because my name is just Corynne Lopez,
Okay.
but I had fun with it. And I've always liked comedy. Like I liked watching comedians. I used to grow up watching Latino Laugh festivals. Like the first show I learned how to record. And then every
Nice.
summer, with Comedy Central, they used to do like a countdown of like the best 100 comedy specials, and I used to watch it like every year when I was little, and I always liked it a lot. But I don't know, I never thought it was something I could do or something for me. It was always like that's something other people do. And
Right.
then I went to school for art. Actually, like did a lot of these. The biggest painting was a gift, but the little Pokemon ones are all mine. And
Okay.
and I went to school for art, and I ended up getting a job at Painting with a Twist. And
Okay.
what you do is it's a paint and sip place, and you stand on there and you teach a painting to people. And if they're quiet, you got to kind of like fill the void with small talk or conversation. And during the interview, one of the girls walked by and whispered, she's like, "Look, so they hired me for my dick jokes, so just have fun up there." And I was like, I don't have dick jokes. So I went there and I talked about
Yeah.
I have a pet parrot, and I have a pretty funny
Yeah.
story about him. And so I told that story, and they liked it. And they're like, okay, and like you have a lot of free reign to run the class how you want. My boss is really nice, and
Nice.
I've been there for a while now. So she's like, just do what you please. And so I started running it as if I was doing my own pretend comedy show while I was teaching
No.
the painting. And so many of the customers were like, "Oh my gosh, you should do this outside of that." And I was like, "Oh, I just thought they were being nice." But I even had one class where they were laughing so hard they told me to stop because they couldn't paint. And
Well, that's nice.
it was really nice. And then the one that really made me think about it was we actually had an anime class. Like we did an anime week, and we did some Dragon Ball Z paintings, and we invited a couple of the
Nice.
voice actors to come into the class and teach us
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
We didn't get anybody like create like we almost got young Goku's voice actor, but my boss ended up settling for Goku's granddaughter, Elise Bauman. She was really nice. I think her name, I forgot the girl's name. It's Goku's granddaughter. She comes out in Dragon Ball Z. It's the one when Goku turns young again. It was not my favorite series. I was like, I was like, that's
Okay.
literally when I fell out of Dragon Ball Z. I was like,
That
ah.
that's okay. That's all you, and that just shows how much older I am to you. Because I'm like, oh, that's cool. That was
Oh, sorry.
now I'm old.
But
I know.
the
I'm
voice
kidding.
actor was really nice, and so she
Cool.
was there so people could ask her questions, and we did Dragon Ball Z themed paintings with her. And later she was like, "So do you do stand up like outside of this?" And I was like, "No, why?" She's
Nice.
like,
Nice.
"Because you're like really good at it. You even have callbacks." I was like, "What are callbacks?"
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and so
That's pretty big.
I was like, you know what, maybe I should try it. And here in Corpus, there's been this like super long running open mic at Mesquite Street. I think it's been going for over 10 years, maybe longer. I should learn how long it's been, but I think it's more than 10 years, maybe 20. And every
Uh-huh.
Thursday night, it's a restaurant. You can go up and they give you 5 minutes and you can like do your stand up and see how it goes. And some of my customers were the ones who told me about it because I had no clue that there was a comedy scene here in Corpus. And so I went and I tried it and it went really well. And someone even invited me to another open mic. And so I was like, okay, I'll go to another one. And I just started going to a bunch and it's been really fun. And I've been on a couple shows. And I started that
Nice.
about a little under 3 years ago. And it's been really
Okay.
fun. And my recent most comedy thing is I just won the new Corpus Christi roast battle competition. And so,
I saw that.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And so that's my first ever roast battle. And it really sucks because I really want to say that I'm not a roaster, but now I can't anymore.
Right.
Yeah, and how when you walk home with
How
the
does that
trophy.
how does that work though?
Hmm.
I mean, how do you is it like on the spot like, you just kind of figure out what you're going to
Yeah.
talk shit, or do you like you pick somebody, then learn about them, and then learn their weaknesses? I guess
Right. I
you know.
think other roast battles are probably a little more on the spot. This one was a little more thought out and planned because the guy who's doing it, he got another restaurant down here called House of Rock, where they usually do rock concerts and restaurants and stuff.
Oh,
They started doing an open mic for comedy now once a month. And so his plan was
hmm,
to do a bracket style system like March Madness, but with comics, where we would
really?
start off with 12 comics and they would seed down until the
Yeah,
final match. And so every
that's
month he
cool.
would do 2 or 3 matches. And so everyone who signed up, you could sign up online. He got 12 in total, but he left it open for as many as wanted. He got 12, and then we had to vote internally because most of us had never done a roast battle before. A lot of us are new. Some had. And so we had to vote mentally of who we thought would win, and that made the bracket levels. And like the guys
Interesting.
they voted up near the top, they didn't have to compete till much later. And the ones at the bottom had to start at the bottom. And I got 10 out of 12. Yeah. And
That's pretty
so
good.
the very first battle was like me versus this guy named Uncle Sam, and then another guy. versus somebody else. And so it was slowly that way. And so like as you beat your opponent, you could see who you had next. And it was all the way down. So I ended up doing 4 matches in total.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was pretty funny because the guy I actually went against, he was number 12 in the bracket. So it was like he couldn't even rock, like he got to rock the underdog story, but just barely, because I was like, I was down there with you too. We both had to battle
Right.
the same amount of people to
Right.
get there.
Hmm.
And I found that other people take different ideas to the roast. Like, so this one, it was definitely longer than more roast, and you have a bit of both, like long-term out thoughts and on the fly. Because the roast battle format was you get one joke, and then your opponent gets a rebuttal, and then a joke back. So the on the fly is the rebuttal, and then
All
the
right.
long-term joke is the joke you'd already thought of. Unless you think of something new and you want to place it. And there was 10 rounds for each roast battle. So someone pointed out I had to write 40 roast jokes in total. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite comedians?
My favorite comedians, I really like Jim Gaffigan, and I'm really into Nate
Huh.
Bargatze right now, and I should know more. Amy Wong, I think is her name. I really like her.
She the one comedian whose her thing was being pregnant.
Yes, yeah.
Like she's short and feisty and like
Yeah, I think
talks
her
about
I think her
how
comedy special was
men are
Baby
gross.
Cobra or something like that. Yeah, she's really feisty.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I like her.
She's pretty funny.
She's really
I've seen
funny.
her I've seen her in interviews cuz I find some of the interviews are even funny with comedians, but she's talking about how
Hmm.
I think she thinks it's fucked up that people will go and like touch her stomach, like the whole, and they
Yeah.
take the liberty and just stuff, or just being, a woman, or
Hmm.
um, Asian politics and all the,
Yeah.
So I think she's great. She's a great one.
Yeah, I think
She's
she's really
pretty funny.
funny. I think she's good. I loved all her baby stuff and like how she had, especially like you can see from one special
Are you
to another
there?
how it changes. Oh, are you okay?
Hello?
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh no.
Oh no,
Hello?
I can hear
Oh, there
you.
you go.
Oh, okay, better.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry. I was saying,
I was like,
I like that from one special to another, you can see how her attitude changed because she used to like be jealous of moms, and then after she had the baby, she was like, "I take it all back." She was like,
right,
"Being a mom is hard. I thought it would be easier than this."
right.
Yeah, yeah, that cracked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
how old are you, if I can ask?
Oh, I'm 35.
Okay. I would say you look pretty young.
Thanks.
Are you even old enough to, but I I can't tell. I feel really old because I can't distinguish people anymore. Like
If it helps,
people
I
look
have a
younger and
deceptively young
younger.
face, is what I'm told.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So,
My whole family we aged pretty well. Even my friends were like shocked because my mom's about to turn 62, and my friend was like, "Oh my god, I thought your mom was the same age as my mom." Because my boss at my work now, she's only like 27. So I was like, "Oh my god,
oh,
I know."
is that your sister? You're like, oh, slow down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Run on. Yeah, that's how it is with my wife.
Mhm.
Like now she has like spots of gray or whatever, but for the most part,
Mhm.
if she didn't have you, she's short also, so
So.
you would think like my daughters, would be like, "Oh, is that your sister? She's she's
Mhm.
pretty young, take care of herself, young looking."
Yeah. How
Um,
old are you?
but I'm 52.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Yeah, or no, 53.
Oh,
I
50.
I lose track after a while because it's just like
It gets tough. I was
there's
trying to remember.
no
She was like, "How old am I?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm 35."
right.
Yeah.
Because after 21, you kind of just don't give a shit, or even after 30,
Yeah.
it's just like, what's the biggie? And it's like after 10 years of, then you celebrate because you're like, I lived this long and I can't believe I'm this age.
Yeah. Yeah, this last birthday was pretty important because I almost didn't make it to this birthday. To my last one,
Oh,
which was pretty crazy. It's been a lot of my set recently that I've been talking about comedy because it was it's almost been a year now. Back in March, I ended up being in the hospital, and it wasn't because of like my weight, like most people would assume. I ended up
mhm.
having an umbilical hernia
Oh,
that strangled my intestines, and so I like.
holy shit.
Yeah, and so it was crazy because it happened in like the worst timing. Because first I had an abscess on my back, which got infected, and it gave me like a fever, and they were worried I was septic. And then they got that drained, got that taken care of, and then they sent me home on like a bunch of antibiotics, and they did a CT scan to check, and they were like, "Hey, you have a hernia, but it's not doing anything. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, cool." Well, while I was home, like the first 2 days, I started getting better, and then my stomach started to hurt. I started feeling sicker, and it turns out it was the hernia holding on to my intestines, making me nauseous, not letting me digest food properly. But in my brain, and everyone else thought that it was all the heavy antibiotics I was on, because they kept asking like, "Oh,
Huh.
how's your stomach? Those antibiotics are gonna tear up your stomach." And I was like, "Oh, it's happening." But it kept getting
Yeah.
worse. I got off the antibiotics for like 3 days, and still I couldn't keep anything down, and I was getting like really, really weak. And I had to end up go to
Did
the
your stomach did your stomach stick out? Like did it
Um,
protrude?
if it did, I didn't really notice because I have a pretty big stomach. I was like, I'm pretty chubby. But I did start to
But
notice that
still.
I felt like I was throwing up more food than I was putting in me, and I did kind of notice that nothing was
Oh,
coming out. I wasn't pooping. I was like, something's
right.
wrong.
Oh no.
And I started
Yeah.
getting like really weak. Like I could barely like I'm unhealthy, but I'm
Sure.
not like run out of breath in the shower. And I was running out of breath in the
Right.
shower. I was like, something's
Sure.
wrong.
Right.
Yeah, and I ended up going to the hospital. Finally, like my mom was like, "Are you gonna faint?" She even scared me. I was like standing in her doorway. She's like, "Are you gonna faint?" I was like, "No, I am gonna lay down though."
No.
And so
Yeah,
I just
okay.
laid down on her bed. And she was like, "Yeah, we're gonna take you to the ER. Something's wrong." And so we
Right.
go. They did a CT scan, and they took my blood pressure, and they took it twice, and they were like concerned, and they got me a room right away. And I was like, "Oh, that's not good."
Good.
I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a bad sign." And
That means you're gonna be here a while, so.
yeah, and it turns out when I was laying there, I didn't remember this part because they had started giving me a bunch of medicines, and it turns out one of them can cause like one of them is almost a day rape drug. So I was like, so that's why my memory goes in and out. But my brother goes like, yeah, they told us if we had like waited 2 more hours, you probably wouldn't have made it. You were in kidney failure, and your heart was dirty. I
Wow.
was like, what? I didn't think I
Holy
was that
shit.
bad. Like I knew it was bad, but not
Right.
that bad.
Damn.
And so I had to have emergency surgery. And they like, when you have emergency surgery, you don't get to pick your surgeon. And the guy who walks in is like 75 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't
Did that
have,
freak you out?
hmm? Just a little bit. Well, the crazier part is my mom goes like, I think he did my hernia surgery like 20 years ago. I
Damn.
was like, well, at
Wow.
least he knows what he's doing, I guess. And then like the
Right.
anesthesiologist was even older. I think he had a cane. And I was like, what is this? The BC team? I don't understand.
Right.
Yeah. And
Like
so,
you guys holding on, or you gonna be okay? Like,
yeah,
you're
so
kind of.
well, at first I
Yeah.
was not okay. Like I had the surgery, and then exactly 1 month later it got infected, and they had to open me back up again,
Oh jeez.
and they had to leave like a giant hole in me. And it was so because I told him, I was like, "Are you gonna close it back up?" And like, no, it has to heal from like the inside out. And it had gotten so infected there was like undermining tunnels like from an X shape under me. And I was like, "What?" And like when the doctor like was cleaning it, she just like takes her hand and puts it inside of me. Sorry.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's
Yeah.
cool. I could just imagine that.
Yeah. And
I yeah. Go ahead.
oh no, no, go ahead, go ahead. What's up?
Well, I was gonna say real quick.
Hmm.
I was my first thought was like I could handle this shit when I was like a kid.
Yeah.
I for some reason I had things I had an accident.
Hmm.
They they did an operation on my leg because it
Hmm.
was I had gangrene in my leg, and
Oh
so they
dang.
and I watched it,
Hmm.
and like I was throwing up, but I was still like interested. But
Oh
now
yeah.
I couldn't deal with that. I'm like, put me the fuck out, or whatever. But I can't watch you enter my body to my stomach like that would
Yeah.
I would snap. I'd be like, oh god.
I thought I used to be pretty good until like till I saw the hole, and I was like, I'm not okay. I was like, I don't know, I shouldn't watch that. I look like I tilted my head to the side,
No,
and the guy thought
they
I
have a
looked
camera
well.
and a screen and all that.
Well, luckily they put me under for those surgeries, but like the next day when they
Okay,
had to change the bandages out, they left me like sitting up, and so I could like I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen how big it was. They told me they left it a little open. That guy needs to change his definition of a little. Because
right,
it was like much bigger than we thought it was going to be. And so they left me sitting up so I could like kind of see it. And I was like, lay me down, lay me down, lay me down, lay me down. I was like, I don't want to
right,
look at it. I was like, I shouldn't be able to see inside myself. That's not right.
right. Well, like, I mean, not to be gross, but how far was did it go down your stomach, or
So I couldn't see very like from what I like. I don't have I still haven't seen like the full on pictures, but from what I can understand, they could see the old hernia surgery. Like, cause I asked like, how is it? She's like, oh, I'm looking at it and it's fine. I was all, okay. I don't think it got to my stomach, but I think it got pretty close. I know it was
Yeah.
at least, at one point, I think it was at least like 8 centimeters deep. Cause they used to cause like I said, she stuck her hand in it and then the tunnels underneath, one tunnel was 11 centimeters like up and to the right. And another tunnel was up and to the left, and that one was 8 centimeters as well. And I know for the 11 centimeters, it sounds long, but it's about 4 inches in inches. But and then I turned that one into a joke too, because I was saying, and if you ask any guy
Yeah.
out there, 4 inches is pretty long. But yeah. But it was, I know, like
Wow.
for a long time, I couldn't figure out how to describe like how it was upsetting until I had a friend visiting the hospital. He was like, "So you just experienced body horror," and I was like, "That's what it is." I was like, "Thank you," 'cause I was like, "I don't know how to explain why I'm freaking out about it," but for a long
Like
time,
the reaction from being exposed to seeing your body and having a wound and all that kind of,
yeah.
is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just
It
like,
is.
it's freaky. It was weird. I would like lay there and my family was like, oh, my brother, I have a brother, just one, and then my mom and my dad, and we're all very close, and so they all took turns staying with me in the hospital, so I wouldn't be alone. And me and my brother would lay there and be like, Cody, there's like a hole in me. He goes, yeah, I know, I saw it. Like, this is insane. He's like, I don't know how you're not screaming and thrashing around. I was like, yeah, me too. I don't know. This is weird. It just didn't feel real for a very long time.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
And they kept
weird.
you, and what they kept you, did it hurt? I mean, were you like sore or, I mean, did they keep you doped up or?
They had me pretty doped up because just like the size of the hole, they had me on like morphine for a good long time.
Fuck
And
yeah.
it only hurt sometimes. Every once in a while, it would just feel like I think the way they described it is like one little nerve would be growing back and it would just like scream and then it would calm down. So it only lasts for like maybe like 30 seconds, but I'd be all, ah! I'd be like, I'll be talking to someone, I go, ah, okay, it passed. And I'm like, what's up, man?
Because you could literally feel like the process of the nerve doing its thing, right?
I'm assuming
Like,
that's what it was. I feel like what happened is the nerve finally like grew back and it was like, what is happening? Okay.
right,
Yeah.
right. Where's the clothes? Where's the other end? Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it would calm down after a bit, and then I got put on another medication, and that one helped. The sucky part is it got infected like 2 more times, and I
Fuck.
know, and the third time was so upsetting because like the third surgery, like I had been doing really good. I had just had a CT scan, it was looking fine, and then like two little pockets of juice decided to like go off on the sides and get like all inflamed, and they had to go back in. Now that one hurt. I don't know what happened there or why, but it was just angry. Like every time, like, cause like when they had the first surgery and they like cleaned it out, I would just kind of sit there and be like, well, this, like I could feel them in there, but it just felt like pressure. It didn't really hurt,
Right,
but I could like, I knew someone
right,
was touching me, but I was like, I'm okay.
right.
And they're like, are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. They're like, dang, you have a really high pain tolerance. I was like, I thought I always did. I was like, but I guess I do because I'm doing okay. But then when I had that third surgery, just taking the top bandage off, and as soon as they pulled on the guys, I started crying. It was like lightning. I was like, they're like, what does it feel? It's like it burns. It feels like lightning is exploding everywhere you're touching, and it was
Yeah.
bad. And luckily, I had the same wound care doctor because she was like, if you're crying, that's really bad because you never cried for any of the ones before. So she upped my pain meds, and even still, it was like
Fuck yeah.
it was not enough. That one was bad. I would not. My
Yeah.
favorite comment was my brother. He goes like, you know how people would be like, if I could take your pain for you, he was like, I don't think I would. He's like, I don't think I could. He's like, I think you
Fuck
got
that.
it. I
Yeah.
don't think I could hang.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to deal. I mean, men have to deal with pain, but it's not like what women have to deal with on
Yeah.
just natural course of life, you know.
Yeah. It was just some
So,
crazy stuff.
yeah,
But luckily, I'm doing a lot better. I still have the wounds. Like, they've been healing ever since then. Like, something I thought was only going to take like a month of my life has taken like 8 months now.
yeah,
Yeah. But luckily, I'm slowly almost out of there. Like, the wounds are like, it went from being one big hole to three medium-sized holes to now I've got three
crazy.
tiny holes. They're getting a lot smaller.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're much more manageable now. But
right.
I still have like weekly doctor's appointments and nurses who come
Sure.
by, but I'm getting there. So that's why I finally started going, well, I haven't been working much just because I couldn't lift anything,
Right.
but I was getting kind of according to my parents and my brother, I was getting depressed because I wasn't going outside.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. It is depressing.
Yeah.
Shit.
So let me start going back out to do the open mics because they're like, that's pretty safe. You're only just, you can sit and then you just stand for 5 minutes and you go sit back down. And
Right.
even if you do a show, you only stand for about 10 minutes and then you can go sit back down. I'm like, yeah. So I've been doing small
Yeah.
comedy shows here or there and it's been really fun.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a heart attack and
Oh man, I'm sorry. That's crazy.
thank you. Yeah, it was crazy. And it was crazy during it
Mhm.
because um I guess for a couple minutes I want to say my heart stopped.
Oh dang.
But I had no idea, you
Yeah.
know, and because I was conscious
Hmm.
but barely. Like I was having conversations with my doc and
Yeah.
hey, can you? And I could feel like they put
Mhm.
um, it gets weird. Like I don't know if you know what stents are.
Yeah.
Um, right. So it was the doctor was the surgeon was amazing,
Hmm.
and he's like real cool about it, you know. But he did it and it was really fast,
Hmm.
and they're describing everything, and it was just crazy because it was like I'm feeling everything,
Hmm.
and I'm like, God, this just doesn't hurt, and it's so wild that they're in me,
Oh yeah.
and it's funny because one of the nurses was from Houston.
Hmm.
I was like, Houston, nice. You know, Slim Thug, and you know, you like hip hop. She's like, oh yeah, I love it. And we talk about George Floyd and
Yeah.
all that, and because I was just like, oh, and you know, and
Hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, it was just the idea of like surgeries and then being, and then I was so out of it. It's like, and then all I could just feel was like, you know, but it didn't hurt. And
Yeah.
that shit trips me out because it's just like,
It is certainly weird. So the first two surgeries they had me totally knocked out, but the third surgery they kept me awake, and so that one was weird to be like. But they didn't let me see anything. They put like the blue cloth like way too close to my face. I was like, why are you even keeping me awake if you're like almost like covered my face? I guess so I couldn't see
right,
it. And at one point, I just heard like a wet suctiony saw sound. All I could think was that doesn't sound good. And then at one point, I did feel something. I just went, they're touching something. And the anesthesiologist was with me the whole time. He's like, I got it. And I said, oh, thank you. Because then it went away real fast. Like,
good,
but he was a weird dude. That was like my second anesthesiologist because he was odd because I remember when we were done, he's like, okay, you're all done. I was like, well, that was cool. He goes, yeah. He's like, he's like, just so you know, he's like, I gave you fentanyl and ketamine, the stronger stuff they don't get on the streets. And I said, okay. And I was like, was that the drugs or
right,
did he really say that? I was like, I think he really said that.
right.
Yeah.
He's like, you're like, so you just introduced me to
Hmm.
the dope fiend life
Yeah. Which
for drugs.
which was pretty funny because before this, everyone joked because I don't really drink, I don't do any drugs, and now they're like, still, and I was
Right,
like, technically, all of my drugs are prescription right now.
right.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, I'm still rocking a prescription of tramadol and gabapentin right now.
Really? Are they strong or are they just antibiotics or
Those are pain meds. I think they're a little strong. Yeah, I didn't think they were that strong until I had to get till my brother had a kidney stone, and then I gave him I had hydrocodones pills, and I gave him one, and he was like, oh, I'm really out of it. He's like, pain's gone. He was like, but I'm fuzzy now. And I was all, weak sauce, man. I take 2 of those a day now.
like, come on, man, don't be a wuss.
Yeah, I was like, don't be weird about it.
Funny.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're doing stand up.
Hmm.
What like do you have are you just doing it or do you have like a goal like you're trying to achieve or what do you just
I
having
mean, I'm
fun
half
with it
just
or
doing it, half it would be pretty cool. I wanted like see if I can get to like a touring comic level, try and make enough to like make
right,
a living off of it would be pretty cool. Ultimate dream would be to be a Netflix special. That would be nice.
right,
Yeah. And most of I think my comedic style is like storytelling. So I mostly just tell like stories from my life, like the hospital stuff
sure,
and like talking about my pets and my family and all that. And
yeah,
I've been slowly working on like trying to build more time, trying out different jokes. And my goal for this year is to try and do more out of town shows. So I get more of like, so more people can see me. So I get more of a name.
right,
So I can start getting invited to more
more
places.
exposure,
Yeah. More exposure.
nice,
Yeah.
nice. Do you have a
Hmm.
agent or a manager yet or
No, I do not. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you probably
I saw someone online
need one
post like
pretty soon.
asking like, when do you know you need one? And they're like, you'll need one when they start offering their services to you. And I was like,
Right,
that's probably a good sign.
because then you're money, so they're like, oh, she's great, like she's the money,
Yeah.
she's a money bringer. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, sweet.
Hmm.
Well, great, Corin.
Hmm.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Uh, what about you? Do you have any goals for this podcast? Or are you just gonna keep enjoying talking to people, or?
I'm sorry, you were
Oh, sorry. I asked if you
glitching.
had any goals for your podcast or anything like that.
Not at all. This is just to see, just for fun and just to talk to somebody or talk to people and
Yeah.
just do this. I don't really, I don't know how far I can take this. I'm not, unless I do like the Mark Maron thing and just,
Yeah.
have it set up. Are you familiar with him or?
Yeah. I started listening to his podcast too. It's pretty good. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's one of my inspirations because his style is just so laid back and he's really good at getting people to just, I don't know, I think he could get anybody he could convince anybody to,
Yeah.
if they're like a murderer or criminal or anybody with secrets, I'm sure he could
Yeah.
convince them to reveal everything.
I
So
think he
he's
tries
pretty
to do
good.
he's so chill, but I think it makes me laugh because a lot of people are like, you're such a good interviewer, but then when I'm listening, he's like, uh-huh, really? And I'm just like, his little listening noises crack me up.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he he goes off too.
Yeah.
Like he adds to it.
He does his little
So
tangents. I think you can tell his questions.
right.
He's generally curious though. He's like, and what's that about? Like, how come? Or
Right.
yeah.
He is, and he's really honest where he's like, "Look, I didn't read your book. I just looked at
Yeah.
so he's just really honest, but he's like, you still have a good interview, and it manages to not like offend the guest.
Yeah. I think that's cool.
So because he lets them plug their
Yeah.
shit, whatever.
I started
So
listening to his like I think last year. I started from the bottom, so I'm still trying to
oh
work
wow,
my way back up. I'm only
holy
where like
shit.
he's just barely hit the pandemic at my level where I'm at right now. I'm like, uh-huh. So I'm still trying
Oh,
to listen through because there's so many episodes. I'm like, dang, there's
2000 or almost
almost
2000.
2,000, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you've been doing this shit for a while.
Hmm.
Well, sweet. All right, Corin. Well, I appreciate you coming on
Yeah,
and talking to me, and I'll keep in contact.
yeah. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Good luck with your career.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
I don't know how to hang it up.